everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. When you listen.
Cause mayhem. The violence that happens, the gang affiliation. Apparently, this shooting that happened on Sunday was the result of a gang affiliation between two young men coming from entertainment. That should never happen.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Two of them were arrested and charged. 400, 500 of them could have easily been charged with misdemeanor or fray, or I could go a step further and charge them with felony riot, which is a third-degree felony in the state of Florida. Charge them as adults, throw the book at them. We have to make an example out of it.
Get those blacks off the street, don't they? That's right. Get them blacks off the streets.
It's going to be a comprehensive solution, but I don't think that hot cocoa and PlayStation and midnight basketball is going to solve this problem. Honestly, we have to crush these outlaws who come from out of this county and cause mayhem.
The outlaws now. This you're a rough one. You ain't gonna do nothing as governor because you won't win. Divisiveness don't help you win. You are a tyrant. Look at the whites. Let's get rid of them blacks. I know that's right. I know that's right.
The only one getting rid of blacks are other blacks in this country.
No. You must not know the statistics. You don't know the statistics. White people are killing whites, and white people, you got more white pedophiles in the schools and everywhere else than anywhere. You need to get, who killed who? Austin Metcalf, Carmelo, self-defense. That's what it was. It's self-defense. That's what it looks like. Well, too bad that you're not the jury and you're not the judge and you're not a defense attorney. You are somebody faking, trying to act like you got a chance in hell to win governor. You'll never have a chance to sit in the governor's mansion in Florida. Divisiveness won't get you there. A positive platform will probably do something with yourself beyond what you've done in the private sector. Maybe if you did something, you could get there. Okay? I know you, yeah.
The violence that happened.
Yeah. Well, you should talk about the violence at Siesta Keys. You still won't say nothing about it.
When was this?
I got it on my phone. It was just a riot just a few days ago in Siesta Keys. A whole bunch of, it was no black, literally no black. All whites fighting in the beach on what happened in Siesta Keys. No, I wasn't okay with it. It's unacceptable. No, but we don't agree to calling them hoodlums and hooligans. We don't agree to your rhetoric acting as if only blacks commit crimes. What we don't agree with is why you think that your platform is going to get attention by you being divisive and racist. But it's not going to get you anywhere. When we go to the ballot box, your name still don't be one that they're going to bubble in. So talk about something that actually works or tangible that resonate with it.
Okay, so there's a new TikTok trend. You know, takeovers, going into restaurants, trashing places, meeting up, driving crazy. Listen, that's not going to work in Polk County. There's a whole lot of laws that not only hold juveniles responsible, adults responsible, but parents responsible for your children's conduct, to include juvenile curfews. And then, mom and daddy, if you don't hold them accountable personally, make sure they're home when they need to be, then we're going to come lock you up too, or charge you civilly, depending on which laws we can plug in.
For anyone out there that thinks that it's fun and cool to engage in the so-called teen takeover, please heed this warning. There is no scenario where this ends well for you. Lawlessness will never be tolerated here. Think before you act.
22 people between the ages of 12 and 21 were arrested after chaos broke out at what authorities describe as a teen takeover at a park in Tampa, Florida. Officers responding to the scene on Friday night saying there were significant disruptions, including fights and other issues. Several of those arrested were arrested on charges including narcotics possession and unlawful possession of a weapon. Police say there has been a growing concern about similar large gatherings involving teens as summer approaches.
It wasn't a teenage takeover. It was a riot.
Fishback says instead of teens facing a misdemeanor charge, he says events like Friday night should lead to felony rioting charges, which is a public disturbance of 3 or more people resulting in injury and or damage.
They're reluctant to call young black teens armed with weapons, carrying illegal drugs, rioting at this place on Friday night. The group here on Friday night was almost exclusively young and black.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. And yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to everybody who's watching live with me today. Y'all heard what's going on? That lady who confronted him. I wish somebody would have confronted him that knew more information instead of just like, I know she had passion in what she was saying, because yeah, the problem with these teen takeovers is, yes, it is a lot of black kids. And yes, there is a problem in parenting. But like I said, man, a lot of these kids' lives are about to be ruined because of this behavior. And really we need to, these people are creating flyers and putting flyers out for a lot of teens to show up to these places. There's no security, there's nothing. They're just showing up. And these flyers are made and spread on social media. And one thing is for sure is those people should be held accountable for any damage or any crime that is committed in that situation. This stuff does have to stop. But as a parent, if you see this, you have to get your kids. You got to I tell my daughters, I'm like, look, you go to a school out here, it's a lot of black kids at these schools. If you see something like this, don't go to it. Don't let me catch your ass at this place. I'll beat the 50% black out your ass. Okay? Because no, you're not finna go to one of these teen takeovers. The problem is a lot of these kids they're not even sneaking to go do these things. Parents are just uninformed. We stuck on our phones, but we not in the same group chats with our kids. We not in those same group chats. So we don't see this mess. And as a black parent, and I'm seeing kids do this, and I'm like, damn, like, am I not trying enough to be all in my kids' business? Because if your kid is out here going to one of these teen takeovers, you obviously missing what your kid is doing. This is not just young black men. This is black girls too. There's black boys and girls at these places. And a lot of these teen takeovers are put together by like 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old adults. Like they're not even, really, they're just out of their teens. So, because the one that was here in Oklahoma, that there was a shooting at Arcadia Lake, which it divided the city up for a while, because everybody talking about that it was a white guy that was shooting, but they arrested 4 black people. And so I never shared none of this stuff. I was about to do a video on it, but it was the same thing. It was like a teen takeover. And I told my daughter, I said, look, this is what happens at these places. It was suspected to be a gang shooting. Some people had a problem with some people who were there at the party, but they shot the whole party up. People was getting shot who had nothing to do with this gang stuff. And somehow we think that's cool. Our kids still think that was cool. The people who put it together should be arrested and charged. They should be arrested and charged for bringing those kids out there. But y'all act like, y'all. People act like real parents don't sit there and tell their kids, don't take your black ass out there. But they do. We can't stop our kids from everything, And But you know what's crazy is we say teen takeovers. When I was a kid, we used to do this. We used to go. It's a place called Kitchen Lake out here. We used to get a keg of beer, a trash can, fill the trash can with ice, throw the keg in there, throw the keg in, fill it up with ice, and sit out at Kitchen Lake and drink beer. Have parties. Some people might get into a fight, and it's so far off, nobody gets caught by the. If the police end up showing up, the keg is somewhere by somebody's truck, and they just load it up in the truck, and we dip and go to the next spot. We'll find another park. Like when I was younger, there was so many like dead spots in these back roads that people could go hang out for hours and nobody would show up. Nobody died though, so it's a different time when people are going to these spots and kids are dying. Your kids ain't coming home, so there's a difference. And again, it's all black people. And thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. But I really hate that to see our youth is going through all this when we got so many people who could be productive in society, and they're choosing twerk culture and teen takeover culture as their outlet. And that's like they want to be city girls and baddies and stuff like that instead of doctors and lawyers. Like everybody wants to be an influencer, but don't got no real influence, you know. But you know, and that's why we could sit here and listen to Asian people talk crap about us, because they're beating their kids, and I mean beating their kids into being doctors and lawyers. When I had a friend that was, when I was 17, 18, or I think I was like 18 years old, maybe 19, I was working at a gas station overnight. And at 4 a.m. every day, this Asian kid drove a Mercedes Benz. He's like 20 years old. Drove a CLS 550 or something like that. And he came in there, and we would always talk. And he was wearing his nurse outfit, going to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. And he was like, man, you know, instead of my mom putting me in basketball, he was like, I wanted to play basketball my whole life. My mom wouldn't let me play basketball. She put me in tutoring. She put him in tutoring. You hear me? So education is more important to the Asian community than basketball. Enjoy it. Go watch the basketball player, or go treat the basketball player. Matter of fact, you'll be the team doctor, and you'll consistently make more money than all those players when they're broke and out the league. You'll still be making money. And that's how he broke it down to how Asian people live. And ever since then, I was like, I'm finna make my daughters read. We to hell with basketball. Like my daughter, she know how serious education is in this house. I could tell y'all more about how my daughter went from like to now doing very well scholastically, because I was like, I don't give a damn about sports. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Your ass better have them grades up, or you won't be playing nothing. You be playing, you be sitting there watching with everybody else. You won't even be watching because your ass won't be in the school.
Everyday people.